Hey guys, Chef Farouj here, founder of Indulge Right Foods, and welcome to another episode of Chef Indulge Right in the Kitchen. So, um, this is another video to show you how or to test and see if sugar substitute, in this particular case specifically, allulose, or it's also referred to as rare sugar. This is part of my video series to show whether the sugar substitutes really stand up to the claims that you could substitute them one-to-one to sugar in all your applications or your baking applications. And if you haven't seen my other videos, go back. I think I got about 10 minutes or so talking about how they might or might not work and how the whole thing about it. But so in this case, I made some brownies. There's some with regular sugar baking right behind me, and I made one in here with allulose. So I made a smaller batch. One difference in here is that I didn't have chocolate chip. Well, I do have a little bit that I got for sampling as a tester, but this one has actually erythritol in it, so the sweetener with erythritol. That might aid it a bit more, so we'll see. The whole purpose of this is to make sure that we get kind of a fair result, if you would. So let's see how it works. We'll bake it and we'll compare it side by side. As I've said in the previous videos, most of the time these don't really work as such as claimed, and in fact weren't intended to be for cup to cup replacements. Specifically, again, I'm referencing about allulose. So I've done multiple testings in the past with cookies and whatnot, so this is nothing new, but I just want you to see it so you actually compare them side by side and you come up with your own conclusion. And again, this is not about bashing the product or anything. I use these products in our products or this ingredient, but again, I just want to make sure. I kind of got frustrated about the whole thing of everybody claiming that these work just the way it is and you could substitute them, cup to cup or gram for gram, but in reality it doesn't really work. So here it is. I made a smaller batch in this case. It's going into the oven. I'll let you know how it works out. Okay, so here's the verdict. As you can see, we've got both of them here side by side. We've got the sugar-based brownie versus the allulose-based sugar-free. Now, coloring-wise, as you can see, is a bit darker, and that's a characteristic of allulose compared to the sugar-based. Now, these are same exact recipe, same exact temperature, same exact everything recipe, same oven, same space. The only difference is this was baked in a cookie pan or a cake pan versus a cookie sheet. Other than that, it's the same exact thing. Now, if you notice, this one, besides being dark, it's a little denser, but it's almost like spongier, and that could have been my own mistake when I was preparing it, but nonetheless it's a bit more spongy, which is not bad actually. So it could have been, again, I over whipped the eggs, so that could have been my fault. Now, flavor wise, it's not bad. Now, you could modify it a bit. It's not as sweet. We know that because allulose is about 70% sweet as sugar, so we use the same amount. We didn't modify anything else, so not bad. You could always add some stevia or some monk fruit and then bring it up to 100%, kind of impart to. So you could really, there's some room in here for improvements. I could see it, the possibility. So yeah, so in this case, not bad. Is it 100% one-to-one? No, but that's the case also for some of the sugars. And also don't forget, we had the chocolate chips that were from aerosol base. So I might shoot a different video if I notice, once I try the samples that I have from the aerosol or allulose based chocolate chips, and see if there's a difference. Um, if there's not a difference, then hey, there we have it. I haven't tried them with any other kind of sweetened chocolates. As you see, this is my first test. I haven't played with it before, but not bad. I still prefer the sugar-based one yet, since we haven't tried any other ones so far. One huge characteristic: this will be softer, versus this one will have a little crust in here, as regular brownies do, right? So you're gonna have a little bit of more of a caramelized texture of a crust, if you would, versus on the sugar-free one, as you can see, the crust is just regular and it's more spongy. That's it. So in this case, it's up to you if you could put up with it and it doesn't taste like brownie, or however, there's a lot of room for improvement. You could under-whip the cream or the eggs a bit more and not make it as spongy, so that could solve that problem. And other than that, I think in brownies, as long as you're willing to put up with the darker color, I think it'll be fine. So in brownies, it works with some modifications, of course, but it's doable. So it's not absolute no, it's very much doable. So there you have it.